Good morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started. Good morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. Today's class is for standard 6 and the topic for today is substances and surrounding, their states and properties. So, anything that you look around you, whether it is a plant or the table, the book, the food, the chair, the windows, the wall, your dress, your specs, your hair, your hairband, your dresses, all these things, they are all made up of matter. Now, we have learned previously that anything around you, whether living thing or non-living thing, everything is made up of matter. So we can say matter, it makes up all objects and organisms. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So we have learned about the three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. So here we have a few examples of these three states of matter, that is solids. We have examples like your hat, your table, pencil, skateboards, snow, ice, computer, bicycle, tree house. These are examples of solids. When we talk about liquids, the water in the pool, the soft drinks that you drink, milk, then you have your milk, hot chocolate, you have rain, water, soup, juices. These are all liquids. Then we talk about wind, air, the wind from fan, fog, steam which comes from when you prepare food or from the iron. These are all examples of gas. So we have learned about solid, liquid and gases. First of all, first we'll discuss about solids. The first example of solid is a piece of iron. Now the shape it has its own shape. It retains shape, means it doesn't change its shape. So no matter how it is kept, it will be like that only. You must have seen a nail, जो खीला हमारे घर में होता है, that remains of the same shape forever. It doesn't shape automatically. Okay, if you bend it, then it might change the shape. But if you keep it as it is, it will be like that. The volume about the solids, it has definite volume, means the volume is it doesn't change. Solids like sugar, sand, when poured on a flat surface, they form a heap. When you move on to liquids, liquid के examples हैं water, spirit or. Now in nature, water occupies three states, that is solid state में ice, then in liquid, here you can see how water flows, and then we talk about gaseous state of water, that is the water vapor. So with this, I hope the three states of water is clear to you all. Now let's have a look at a few examples here. Now if I have an ice cream candy and if you place it outside the fridge, you will notice that it will melt. Same way, if you keep water in a freezer, it tends to freeze at a low temperature. And if there is a water spilled out in your room or outside in the environment on the road, you might see it for a few time and then you will see that it has evaporated, means the water had turned into gas. And if you have noticed about dry ice, if you go to take ice cream from a shop, you must have noticed when the shopkeeper opens the refrigerator, you see there is steam coming out. That steam is nothing, that is the vapors which are coming out are from the dry ice which is present inside the refrigerator. Now this, now as I already talked about ice melting, when you see ice blocks melting into liquid, this liquid, when you heat it, it turns into gas, right? If you cool this gas, it will form liquid or water droplets, right? And when you freeze or further cool the water, it will turn into ice. So this way, there is a continuous change of heat taking place between the substances, right? On gaining heat, the substances change from solid to liquid and liquid to gas. On the other hand, when the substance cools or loses heat, it changes from gaseous to liquid and liquid to solid state. So this is what we're talking about, the physical state of a substance. So there is a change. Alright, so here there's an example here in front of you. If you heat a metal rod, okay, so what will happen here? If you heat it, you will notice that after some time, on the other hand, you won't be able to hold the rod with your hand directly. You must have noticed in your house also, when there is cooking going on in your house, and if you try to touch the handle of the pan, initially when the pan is kept, you could actually touch the pan easily, but later on it becomes very hot and you could get yourself hurt, right? And one more example I would give you, while having bath, if you put on the geyser and if you remove and if there's water in the bucket, and if you want to see whether how hot it is, you tend to put your hand into the bucket of water to see whether it is very hot or very cold. But that is not a correct way to see whether the substance is hot or cold, right? So we have instrument which helps us to measure the accurate amount of heat which is there in that particular substance. For example, when you are not feeling well, if you have fever, what do? Your parents tend to put a thermometer in your mouth. Now the thermometer and temperature are two different concepts. Okay, temperature means how hot the body is or how cold that object is, and thermometer is an instrument which is used to measure the temperature. So degree Celsius is the unit of measuring temperature. There are several types of thermometers available. Nowadays, digital thermometers are frequently used. As we know that right now, the condition of coronavirus is going on and people cannot directly put these thermometers into their mouth or onto their armpits. So they have these now, a very interesting part that you must have seen it in your house also. If you place a pan with water, you will notice that initially there is only steam coming out from the water surface. And after a few minutes, if you keep the same water over the gas for a longer period of time, you will notice that there will be bubbles coming at a faster rate. So when you keep water on the stove, it attains a particular temperature or level of heat, right? We are heating the water. So because of that heat, the evaporation takes place of water from that water body that is kept, and then you see water bubbles coming out, rising very faster and faster onto the surface and steam mixing in the air. Now this is called as boiling of water. When you see bubbles coming out in that water, that is the boiling of water. It is also called as ebullition. So I hope with this boiling is clear to you all. What is the boiling? The next thing is a very interesting thing that you've already learned during water cycle. At sea level, pure water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. This is the boiling point of water. Okay, remember this, it is important. The boiling point is 100 degrees centigrade. When water vapor cools, it is converted into water again. As I told you that the gas, when it cools, it gets converted into water droplets again. So that process is called as condensation. You could do one example also, experiment by yourself. You could keep a glass filled with ice cube, and after some time you will see that the glass surface has water droplets, and that is because of condensation. The condensation of steam also takes place at 100 degrees centigrade. It means that the boiling point and the next thing is, we've all done this. We have filled in ice trays with water and kept it in the refrigerator, which later turns into ice. So with this, we move on to a very interesting point, that is freezing. The water kept in a fridge or on ice becomes cooler and cooler. That is, its temperature falls. Here there is loss of heat. Okay, initially हम लोग के पास heat बढ़ रही थी ना, यहाँ पर टेम्परेचर कम हो रहा है, मीन्स देयर इज लॉस ऑफ हीट एट अ सर्टेन टेम्परेचर. वाटर डज नॉट गेट एनी कूलर. एक टेम्परेचर के बाद उससे ज्यादा पानी कूल नहीं हो सकता. देन इट स्टार्ट्स टू फ्रीज. उसका जो फिजिकल स्टेट है वो चेंज होने लग जाता है. सो बट it starts freezing and forms ice. The temperature at which this happens is called the freezing point of water. Okay. The next interesting topic is sublimation. Now you must have seen in your house that there are camphor balls which are placed. Those camphor balls जो काफूर की गोली होती है वो हम लोग रखते हैं, but वो directly evaporate हो जाती है, वो directly गायब हो जाती है कुछ दिन के बाद. वो liquid नहीं form होते. क्यों? Because that is a very interesting change of state. That is because of sublimation. Now that can be done with the help of an experiment here that is given in your textbook. Now iodine crystals, they are taken in a crucible. They do not melt on heating, but they change directly from solid state to the gaseous state. Understood? If you heat ice cubes, they will melt into liquid. But iodine crystals, they do not melt. They directly go into the gaseous state. Means बीच का एक state गायब होके directly वो लोग gaseous state में convert हो जाते हैं. When the fumes of iodine hit the wall of the funnel, they cool to form solid crystals. This explains as condensation. Because the funnel जो है ऊपर का जो inverted funnel लगा हुआ है crucible के ऊपर, वो ठंडा है ना, नीचे का क्रूसिबल गर्म है बट ऊपर का जो कोनिकल फ्लास्क है वो ठंडा है। तो क्या होगा, जब ये वेपर्स ऊपर जाएंगे तो ये फिर से कूल डाउन हो जाएंगे और इट विल फॉर्म क्रिस्टल्स ऑफ आयोडीन। So here in this image it will clearly, you can see how the crystals of iodine are formed onto this surface. See, this iodine is evaporating and this iodine gas, when it is cooled down, they again form crystals of iodine. Okay, and they stick to the funnel wall. Thus on heating, iodine does not melt and changes to a liquid but directly changes to the gaseous state. Understood? So we could define sublimation as the change of a solid substance directly into a gas or vapor. What we learned today is of various uses as the physical change which happens in the substances that you see, like melting, boiling, freezing. These are very useful to us in our day-to-day life, like for candle makings. So the candles are made by melting paraffin wax and they are used by us in our day-to-day life. Then we make use of solid carbon dioxide, that is dry ice, which is used to make ice creams and to keep things frozen. Liquid nitrogen is also used in animal husbandry. Then you have sand, which is used which is melted to make glass. So metals like gold, silver, ornaments that we wear are made by melting the metals like gold and silver. Then we also make tools like the hammer or sickle. These are all made from iron and which is again melted and then it is given shape according to our use. So here you can see how the paraffin wax is melted in order to make beautiful candles. Then here you can see dry ice being used in order to store ice creams or to keep things frozen. In the coming period, we learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.
Here is from www.makemegenius.com. If you want to see more science videos, go to www.makemegenius.com. Oh, yeah, it is free.
Today's topic, state of matter.
Is it tasty?
Yeah, very much. But I won't give you.
Okay, the magic wand would give me.
Oh, mine is better. There is no smoke in yours.
Smoke?
See, the smoke is coming out.
Oh, this is gas.
Gas? What is gas?
Okay, let me tell you something. All things in the world exist in three forms. These are solid, liquid, and gas, or air. See, this is liquid. And see this cup? This is solid. And the smoke is coming out of your cup is gas.
I don't understand. Solid, liquid, gas.
My magic wand would show this. See, here are three forms of water. Can you tell?
Yes, this is solid. Oh, this is liquid. And this is gas.
Do you want to see the difference among solid, liquid and gas?
Yes, but how?
Let's become very small and see these things from inside. Let's first enter the solid.
Oh, what are these small things?
These are small lumps. Everything in the world is made of small molecules.
Oh,
In Greek, small is moles, lumps is coals, so small lumps is called molecules.
In Greek language, small is moles, lumps in coals, so small lump is called molecules.
oh, it is very tight here. I can't even move my hands.
Molecules in solid are very close to each other, and so they have less space to move. That is why they move very slowly.
Now I know. They are very tightly packed. That is why they have a definite shape.
Now let us move into liquid.
Aha! Here is a lot of space.
Yes, molecules in liquid are away from each other. That is why they are able to move fast.
Oh, they are not tightly packed, so they can go in any container and would take that container's shape.
Liquid molecules are apart and they take container shape.
Let's see how liquid changes shape.
See, I was right. You put liquid in any container and it would take that shape, right?
Yes, you're right, genius boy. Let's enter the gas now.
Aha! Here molecules are apart from each other.
And see how fast they are moving.
That is why they don't have a shape.
Gas. Molecules are far apart and gases don't have a shape.
Let's again see all forms of matter.
So, this is solid.
Yes, that is why it has a definite shape.
In your hands, water is in liquid form.
Yes, and it takes the shape of the container. Like if I pour it in the glass, it would take the shape of the glass. Let's see again how molecules move in solids, liquids, and gases.
Oh, now I can tell. This is solid like spoon. And it is liquid like juice. And this is gas like in a balloon.
Yes, you're right.
Let me note down all these things.
So you're going to www.makemegenius.com for science videos. It also has lots of interesting facts and PowerPoint presentations for children.
If you like our video, please subscribe to our channel and do not forget to hit the like button.
Hope this session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.